prisoner altered the fate of hundreds. But he paid a high price for it. He defeated the Sleeper, destroyed the barrier. But while all the other prisoners escaped, he remained behind in the rubble. It was I who dispatched him against the Sleeper. Now it is I who brings him back from there. He is weak and has forgotten much. But he is alive. He's back.
There you are again. I never thought the two of us would meet again.
I feel like I spent 3 weeks lying under a load of rocks.
Well, so you did. Only the magic within your armor kept you alive. I had feared I might not be able to rescue you from the debris of the temple, but enough of that. You're here now. There's a new threat that we have to deal with. After the fall of the barrier and the banishment of the Sleeper, Beliar's wrath has grown even greater. A mighty artifact, so it is written in the old scriptures, will be brought back to this world when the God of Darkness sends his henchmen out to search. This search has long since begun. Beliar's henchmen are desecrating the oldest shrines of the gods. The guardians of these holy places have awakened, and their wrath makes the earth tremble. Every powerful magician on this island could sense this wrath. And some of them have certainly begun to face the threat. You must become their ally. That's the only way to stop Beliar.
At least we have enough time now. I did it. The Sleeper
has been banned. You vanquished him, so much is true. But it's not within our power to stop the war that ensues now. With his final furious scream, the Sleeper has set into movement the armies of darkness. It was an order to all evil creatures, a word of power that they were all bound to obey. His last order was, "Come!" And they came, all of them, even the dragons.
Dragons?
They are creatures of an ancient power. I can sense their presence, even here. And they have gathered an entire army of lowly servant creatures around them.
Where's this army now?
The army is camped not far from here, in the Valley of Mines near Corinus, and they're getting ready to attack. We do not have much time left.
What can we do?
This time we cannot handle it by ourselves. Only the power of Innos will help us against these dragons. A group of paladins is stationed in the city of Corinus, not far from here. They possess a powerful artifact which could help us to defeat the dragons. They call it the Eye of Innos. You need to get hold of this artifact. Tell the paladins about the threat. You must convince their leader to support us. And once you have talked to him, you need to find the artifact of Beliar. It is the counterpiece to the Eye of Innos. It must not fall into the hands of evil.
What exactly is the Eye of Innos?
It's an amulet. Legend has it that Innos himself was poured part of his power into this amulet. It will restore some of your lost strength and help us defeat the dragons. It also has some other hidden powers. I shall tell you more about that once the amulet is yours.
Why would the Paladins give me the Eye of Innos?
Because you are the one who is destined to wear it.
How can you claim to know that?
There are a number of reasons. The most important being, you have defeated the Sleeper. If you weren't a favorite of the gods, you'd be dead by now.
Let's assume you're right and I'm destined to bear the Eye of Innos. How would the Paladins know that's true?
The eye itself chooses the one who may wear it. Once you get hold of it and put it on, the Paladins cannot doubt your words any longer.
How can I get to the city?
Just follow the path from here through the mountains. The city is large. You cannot miss it, but watch out. The path to town is not without dangers, and you aren't nearly as strong as you once were.
I need weapons.
I can only give you whatever little I have here. Look around in my tower. Anything that looks useful to you, you can have.
I'll be on my way as fast as I can.
Good. And one more thing. Don't tell anyone that you've talked to me. Above all, don't tell any magician. Since I have gone into exile, the Circle of Fire has taken me for dead, and that's a good thing.
Wait a minute. Where exactly are we?
As I already said, near the city of Corinus. I have rebuilt my tower here.
But it's only been a few days since we last saw each other in the Valley of Mines.
The servants I summoned to build my tower have done a thorough job.
You can say that again. Where can I find better equipment?
The closest place where you can get better weapons and armor is the city of Corinus. But down in the valley you can find some healing herbs that will help you if you get injured in a fight. See the lake right in front of my tower. A secret passage leads to the valley from there.
Why is the Circle of Fire not supposed to know about you?
I used to be a high member of the Circle. Even then I suspected that demon magic might be the key to the magic barrier. But I could never have convinced the other members of the Circle to follow this path. So I left the Circle in order to study the black arts. That is a crime for which the fire magicians, the ordained of Innos, the ever good and virtuous, will accept no excuse. They are certain that I'm still alive, but they have no idea where to find me, and that's a good thing too.
So what should we do next?
We shall proceed as planned. There's no other way. You can go get yourself the Eye of Innos, and I shall keep looking for answers.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hey, watch it!
Hey!
Can you tell me anything about this stone tablet?
First, I suspected it might be a magical artifact, but I finally concluded that it is not of any great significance. I have not been able to decode the meaning of this tablet entirely, but it seems to concern the history of a very old culture. If you want the tablet, it's yours. I have no use for it.
What with?
One less monster around.
Trouble? Damn. I don't know where they're all hiding. You kill one, and shortly afterwards they're all back again. Wait a moment. I know you. You're the fellow who was constantly baking arrows for me in the Valley of Mines.
Your name is Cavalorn, right?
Ah, I see you haven't forgotten me after all we went through in the cursed colony. Where are you heading?
Back to the Valley of Mines.
Really? I wish I could follow you, but I have to finish my duties here first. When you're in the Valley of Mines, could you please look around and see if my old hut is still standing? I'd like to return there one day.
Interesting armor you're wearing. Don't you belong to the Shadows anymore?
Shadows? They haven't existed since the fall of the barrier. The moment we could finally leave the Valley of Mines, there was no reason for me to stick with them. Now I work for the Water Mages. I belong to the Ring of Water.
What are you doing here?
I'm sitting tight. If it hadn't been for these damn bandits, I wouldn't be here.
Tell me more about the Ring of Water.
I'm not really allowed to talk about it. All I can do is send you to Vatras. He is the representative of the Water Mages in Corinus. The best thing would be to talk to him. Tell him you've come from me. Maybe he'll take you on as one of us. We urgently need more good people.
Weren't you and your people enemies of the Water Mages back then?
Those crazy old days are over. There isn't any more new camp or old camp. Now that the penal colony no longer exists, everyone is on his own. Most of us former prisoners are still being hunted. The Water Mages were able to get my sentence commuted, and now I can move about freely.
What are the Water Mages doing now?
They're up to something big. It has to do with an unknown region of the island.
An unknown region? Where is it supposed to be?
I can't tell you more. Talk to Vatras in Corinus.
What was that about bandits?
Have you slept through the last few weeks?
Huh?
I'm talking about all the riffraff from the penal colony that are making themselves at home here in the area, plundering and murdering for all they're worth. I guess I'm lucky they didn't kill me. I let down my guard for one moment, and they clubbed me from behind. No idea how I'll get all my stuff back now.
You were robbed by the bandits?
Yes. They beat me down and tossed me to the goblins for lunch. It was damned important stuff. A letter and all my money. I absolutely have to get it back. But without someone to watch my back, I'm not going back there. That cowardly rabble.
Can I help you with the bandits?
Maybe. But as scrawny as you look, you surely haven't held a proper sword in your hand for weeks. Well, I don't have any choice but to take your offer. My time is running out. So, pay attention. Down this path here, you'll find one of those filthy holes in the ground that bandits like to hide in. The fellows there are the same ones who stole my stuff. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll nab the rabble.
I need better equipment.
Those swine haven't left me much. I can give you a wolf knife. Will that do for now?
You call that a knife? But what about healing?
I still have 2 healing potions here. Interested?
Sure, give them here.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there.
Hey, where do you come from?
I've come from the mountains.
Exactly. You come from the mountains, and that is bad for you. Very bad. They're looking for you. A whole bunch of evil guys. There's someone here you absolutely have to talk to. Follow me.
Who's looking for me?
Half of Carinus is after you, and you're trying to tell me that you don't know anything about it? Ah, I see. You just don't want to talk to me about it, All right, it's your business. So, you coming or not?
Who should I talk to?
To my leader. His name is Brago. He can explain everything to you better than I can. So, what about it? Are we going?
How do I know this isn't a trap?
You know, I'm getting tired of you. If you don't want my help, then just go to the city and let them put you behind bars. You come with me now or forget about it, see?
Easy, my friend. Someone else already tried to trick me.
Oh?
This guy suggested that we should get an amulet together and share the profit. Once we reached our goal, he and his friends attacked me.
It sounds as though they got you involved with the wrong people. Where was that?
I was a convict in the mining colony.
You come from behind the barrier? Man, then we were there together.
I don't know you.
I was a digger in the old camp. I didn't have much to do with the whole thing. But what is more important now is you are in big trouble. Someone has put a pretty price on your head, and he's handed out a few posters with your mug on them. If I were you, then I would be very, very careful. There are people with us who would kill their own mother for gold. But I think we boys from the penal colony ought to stick together.
Then I guess I better thank you now.
It's nothing. Just make sure you stay alive.
Who's the fella who pays the bounty?
That I don't know. There's only one of us who knows him.
And who would that be?
Hey man, I can't really tell you that. You know how it goes.
Can I have the picture?
Sure. After all, it's your mug on there.
Is there anything else that might interest me?
You mean about the area here? If the farther you go into the wilderness, the more
Is there...
I've told you everything.
There's bound to be a lot of trouble here before long.
What's up?
A guy named Cavalorn is coming to get you.
Gods, he's still alive. I'm out of here.
Hey!
Let's mix it up with those guys.
Sure thing. Just keep my back clear, okay? Now they're in for a nasty surprise.
Shouldn't have come here.
You deserve that, lowlife. You poor sucker. You don't even have any gold on you. I think I'd better take this weapon.
So, that's done. Ha! Then I can finally...
What sort of...
Ah, yeah. First I have to get into the city, and then later... I don't know how I'm going to get all that done in time.
What about me?
Why not? Then I'll have a bit more time to take care of my equipment. One of the bandits, take it to Vatras, the water mage in the city. You'll find him in the temple of Adenos. He preaches there all day. Tell him that I wasn't able to get it done. And if he asks where I am, just tell him I'm already on my way to the meeting point. Okay? Oh yeah, one more thing. First buy some decent clothes from the farmers. Otherwise, you may be taken for a bandit. Here's a couple of coins.
Can you teach me something?
Sure. You know that. Man, they really took a lot out of you. You can't remember anything at all?
I want...
Sure.
Nothing to plunder. Nothing there.
Okay, so let's continue out there. Nice. I think I will going to scroll and those things, but yeah. Come here. Okay, so good. Nice. Let's save it. Let's take all of the mushrooms. Oh. Nice. We go to the chest. Let's take gold because we need gold, guys. We need so much gold.
Nothing to plunder.
Hello Lara, welcome. And hello Dusan, welcome. Dusan, if I spelled correctly, Dushan or I don't know. Welcome guys. Okay, so let's save it here. Oh, this is dangerous one. Okay, that's nice.
Nothing there.
That's nice. Yeah, dude, I love this game too. You know that? You know what? I finished the first game yesterday, and I started right now, dude. I missed this game so much. It's one of my favorites. It's a very good game, the very good one. Hmm. Where is the duck man? I don't know. Just call it.
Nothing to be had there.
Maybe someone be like the Duckman, Duckman, Duckman. You know that? Selena summoning. You know that, Lara. You know that. Ha, bu arada sorry Dusan, I'm speaking at my foreign language. At least 5 minutes, I guess. Sorry about that. But I must explain to my friend in Varahin here. Şimdi Laracığım, bu oyun ilk oyunun tam olarak bitişinden başlıyor. İlk oyunun son boss'unu yendikten sonra koloni yok olmuş. Koloni yok olmuş. İşte bariyer, daha doğrusu dedim. Anlattım ya sana, işte bir prison camp'ın içindeyiz biz. Bir bariyer var diye. Bir bariyerle saldırıyor diye. Ha. O bariyer, spoilerını vermeyeyim o kadar da, son boss'a ait bir şeymiş. Onu öğreniyorsun. Twist'i o oyunun. Ondan sonracığıma o bariyer yok olduğu için artık oradaki insanlar özgür. Böyle onları sen kurtarmış oluyorsun yani. Ama o yok olmadan önce tam şeyin altında, işte bir tapınağın altında sen kalmışsın. Bize yardım eden Zardas isminde bir tane büyücü vardı. Bu gizemli bir büyücü bayağı. Bu abi seni kurtarıyor oradan ama bütün eşyalarını, işte bütün XP'lerini, seviyelerini, level'larını falan filan ne varsa hepsini komple yok ediyor. Ve 0 level'dan başlıyorsun oyuna. Literal oyunu 0 level'dan başlıyorsun. Öyle bir şey. Şimdi çağırmış. Sleeper ölmeden önce ejderhaları çağırmış. Ejderhaları çağırmış. Ben sana İngilizce anlatamadım, sorun orada. O kadar yetmiyor çünkü. Ejderhaları çağırmış. Biz de işte tekrardan o ilk mekana dönmemiz lazım. Oyunun ilk geçtiği yere. Çünkü oyunun ilk geçtiği yerde yuvalanmışlar. Buraya gelmeden onları bizim durdurmamız lazım. Eye of Inos diye bir tanrı var. Bu oyunda 3 tane tanrı var. Inos, Beliar, Adanos diye. Inos iyi olan, Beliar kötü olan, Adanos da bunların dengeleyicisi. Bizden Eye of Inos diye bir item bulmamızı istiyor. Bu bir kolye. Çok güçlü bir özelliği varmış. Bunu paladinlerden almamız lazım. Ama tahmin ettiğiniz üzere paladinler bize öyle kolay vermeyecek. Şu an ona doğru gidiyoruz işte. Bu kadar. And let's back to the English. Yeah, Lara. How are you today? Come here, bitch. Nice. Be a good wolf. Nice. Come here. Come here. Good. Very good. Nice. Okay, so. Freud'um. I don't know about that theory. Can you explain me? We just died, by the way. And Zardas is nearly died. Sorry, Zardas is just saved us. I don't know about that theory. I'm sorry. Not bad, I presume. Yeah, not bad is the right word. Yeah, not bad is the right word. No, no, don't kill me. Okay, nice. Okay, nice. Let's kill this in a bowl. Using a bow is an OP in this game.
Nothing to be had there.
I'm thinking I will go into the dex build, but I'm not so sure. I will try and dex build because I know this game, the dex build bows are very good, especially in the last section of the game. No, fuck. Don't run anywhere from me, stupid rats. Fire needle, dark mushroom.
Nothing to be had there.
Let's take this satchel. And let's take the healing burb. Dark mushroom cure. Let's eat those meat. Eotar. By the way, a fact.
Nothing to be had
The Eotar is one of the game's creators. Yeah, it's a fact. The gaming facts. Oof. Let me get some tea and I will rush back. Yeah, I am back. Yeah, Lara, gaming facts is my favorite topic. Okay, so
Nothing there.
Lester, our
Is
old
that
friend.
you? Really? Man, am I glad to see you.
Lester, how did you get here?
That was a crazy escape. After the barrier exploded, I wandered around the area for a while in total confusion. Then I spent days fighting my way through these woods until I finally found this valley here. Diego, Milton, and Gorn are still in the Valley of Mines. At least, I think so.
What happened?
After the Sleeper was defeated, the entire Brotherhood lost their minds. Without their master, they were all just empty husks.
And you? What about you?
It was the same for me. I had nightmares and even hallucinations. But once my head was more or less clear again, I ran for it. Once, I thought I saw a huge black shadow pounce on a group of fugitives and burn them all up in a giant cloud of fire. At that moment, I really thought a dragon had come to kill me.
Did you see anything else?
No. I took to my heels and ran.
I'm on my way to Corinus. What do you know about the town?
Corinus? Well, it's a seaport. Nothing special. Why do you ask?
I must go and see the paladins who are said to be in town.
Really? They won't even let you into the town. And certainly not to where the paladins are.
Do you have any suggestions how I could get into town?
I certainly do. I worked for an old alchemist named Constantino some time ago. He has great influence in the city, and he's instructed the guards at the gate to let anyone through who can sell him rare herbs. So it's quite easy, really. You collect a large bunch of the plants that grow here all over the place, and then you pretend you're working for Constantino, and in you go. But don't collect a mix of this and that. The guards aren't all that bright, and they know nothing about alchemy. The bundle needs to look good to them if you want to get through. I think that 10 specimens of the same kind of plant should do the trick.
Thanks for the hint.
How long have you been hiding out in this valley?
I don't know exactly. A week, maybe? But there's one more thing. When I came here in the evening, I took a look up on the mountain, and there were only a few trees there. And when I looked the next morning, that tower was there. I could have sworn it wasn't there before. Since then, I haven't left the valley.
You mean Zardas's tower? I knew he was powerful, but creating a tower just like that...
Zardas the Necromancer? He lives in that tower? I don't know if I like that.
Don't worry, he's the one who rescued me from the Sleeper's temple. He's on our side. You need to tell Zardas about the shadow. It could be important.
You don't think it was my imagination? You mean there really was a...
Dragon, yes.
You're getting into the thick of it again, am I right?
I shouldn't say in the thick of it. Not yet.
Well, good. If it's so important, then I'll go see him. But not now. For the moment, I'm going to rest. I'm still exhausted after the escape from the penal colony. I think you've got big plans. I'll see you later at Zardas's.
Hey! What do you know about the area?
If you keep going down that way, you'll come to a farm. The city starts a little way beyond that. But be careful. There's not just wolves and rats hanging around here. There's goblins and bandits, too. If you... But be...
Zardas is our old friend during the first Gothic game, Lara. Okay, so I think I am done Everything. Hmm. Hmm. Uh, the Lester is our friend from the first Gothic game, the Gothic one. He is our helper during the 3 or 4 main quests. And I just call you Lara, my dear Lara, and you just say what? That's so rude. Or you will always say ha.
Hey, you! Is there any
I've told you everything.
10 gold?
Oh man,
Spit it out!
Oh man, all right. His name is Dexter. Near the big farm, there's a steep rock. There's a watchtower up there and a few mines.
See? That was...
And just don't tell him. I've told. Just you wait.
No, give me that gold, you stupid bitch. But wow. Be a nice guy and just let's go back for feeding plants. Thanks to your prayer? Really, dude? Yeah, I will take myself. Nice.
Nothing there.
Let's save it here.
Hey, stranger. I saw how you came out of the mountains. You can be glad you didn't come by here 3 weeks ago. We would have taken you for an escaped convict. And we made short work of those. You look completely done in. What do you want here?
I was attacked by
Those filthy rabble. You had terrific luck. Most people...
those bandits won't trouble you anymore.
Why? Are they dead?
They picked a fight with
Thank Innos. I'll tell the others about this. I can imagine. If you can pay for what you want, otherwise, go to him and ask.
Where can I
Well, on the farm, and don't try messing with him.
I'm on my way,
The way you look, and you have to know.
and that would...
Well, for example, that you're from but that won't do you any good.
I see.
Well done! One dirty beast less.
Is there any wolf around here? Nah, I don't think so. Okay, nice. So, let's talk about these turnips because we need it for a quest, if I remember correctly.
Why are you hanging around on my land? Whose side are you on? The rebelling farmers or the king?
I don't understand.
What? Don't mess with me, boy. I want to know where you stand. So who are you for?
I'm for the peasants.
Ha! That damned warmonger Onar will drag us all into the grave. What do you think? How long will the paladins just stand by? After what Onar has done, the whole city is in an uproar.
What's going on here anyway?
Don't you know what's going on? Boy, where are you from? We're on the edge of a civil war. Up till now, all the farmers looked at the tribute to the city as fair taxation. But since the paladins have come to Corinus, the city guards visit us more and more often. And little by little, they're taking everything. If it goes on like this, soon we won't have anything left for ourselves. Some farmers are starting to rebel. Onar was the first of them.
Tell me more about this Onar.
Onar is the biggest farmer here in the area. He is broken with the city. They say he's hired mercenaries to keep the city guard off his back. Can't blame him. In any case, no royal soldier dares to set foot on his farm anymore.
Who are those mercenaries that Onar hired?
I don't know much about the guys. Supposedly, a lot of them are former prisoners from the mining colony. Everybody knows what you can expect from them.
What about you? Whose side are you on? Peasants or king?
I'm too close to the city to really have a choice, but I'm glad about that. I wouldn't know how to decide. The king is bleeding us dry, and Onar sets his mercenaries on anyone who won't join him. That's why most of the other farmers are still undecided, but sooner or later they'll have to choose one side or the other.
I'm looking for work.
I can't use another farmhand, but I could offer some work to a day laborer. Well, what I mean is, you can lend a hand in the field. And there's certainly a few other things to do around here. I could pay you with gold. The things are worth a fair bit. I can't give them to you for nothing. By the looks of you, I should say. Anyway, the small...
All right.
Then hurry it up a bit.
Have you got any?
First get the turnip.
Here are your turnips.
Hey, you're not all that worthless after all. Take them to my wife in the house. And tell her to cook them.
What about my pay?
I can give you 5 gold pieces. Or sell you the clothes.
Make me a better price for the togs.
Good. I'll give them to you for 10 gold pieces less.
Have you got?
I don't. But you can ask my wife.
Ask your wife. Aha, karısına soracağım şimdi. Ulan karısına bu kadar... Ulan daha yeni gelmiş. Tövbe bismillah, hemen karının yanına ne gönderiyorsun? Aa, adamdaki güvene bak. Merhaba yavrum.
Hey. I've got a few turnips here for you.
Great. That should be enough to fatten those guys up. Since you're here anyway, I saw a traveling trader pass by here a few minutes ago. I think he stopped on his way.
Bu arada kadının tipini Polon kadınları gibi yapmışlar ha. O en sevdiğim kısmı harbiden.
Give me the gold and I'll go see the merchant for you.
Are you saying I can trust you? Just don't...
Can you give...
Here. You've had...
Bir anda Türkçe'ye nasıl döndüm? Abi harbiden karısına daha tövbe bismillah daha yeni geldik hemen şey yapıyor ya. Allah Allah. Aa. Manyak mısın nesin evladım? Ona. Yok onlar değil pardon, onlar bunların lideri. Bir dakika, şu abi de bize bir görev verecekti.
Wait a minute.
Onar's rebellion will have...
Wait a minute.
Lately it's gotten a lot...
Sen değilsin, sen değilsin. Bir dakika lan, burada bir tane daha olacak ya. Hah, Bino.
How goes the work?
Same as always. Lot to do, not enough money, and with a bit of bad luck, the king's paladins have occupied the whole...
Can I help you?
You know anything about working at...
What is there?
In that case, if you want to work for Lobart as a day laborer...
He offered to sell me some...
Well, I don't have anything for it. Fetch me a bottle of wine.
Here's your wine.
I'd better not ask where you got her from.
Al seninki çıktı. Şarapçı anasını satayım senin gibi.
Who cares? Thanks anyway. Lobart will only hear the best about you.
Bir şaraba adamın bütün sözlerini aldık.
I'm headed for town.
And?
Is there anything interesting you can tell me about the city?
Nope. But Maleth goes to the city from time to time. Maybe he knows something. I mean, something that would interest you.
Is there any...
I could have sworn since then I've...
Adamın adının bu arada Vino olması detay be kardeşim. Bir dakika, şurada bir satıcı vardı ha. Bunun yanına gideceğiz. Tava alacağız bu şeyin karısına. Selamünaleyküm İbrahim ya.
You're on your way to the city.
Maybe.
You look like a fugitive. All fugitives are headed for the city. You could even be a former
Yarın kime gideceksin?
mining colony.
İçmeye.
I don't care where you come from, but I believe I have an interesting offer for you.
Ben bugün bir
What do you have to offer?
The way you
Ben bugün bir bira şey yapabilirim ya.
never let you into the city. I can help you get into
Benim
the
kol
city.
gelmedi hala.
I have here a small piece of paper. With this scrap of paper in your pocket, you can run about as raggedly as you... Interested?
There must be a catch to this.
No catch. You will merely owe me a favor.
How will you...
The guards know me. I will simply...
What do you want?
I knew you were the... Listen, you will get the...
Just like that?
Just so. But do we have a deal?
Ver.
Sure. Give Give me that paper.
XP'si lazım.
Be careful with that.
Ha.
It's very valuable.
Çocuk arkadaşlardan bir şey mi? Bir ara şeye gelmişti sesliye. Onlar mı?
As a merchant, I have a great deal of influence.
Biri o mu yani?
It wouldn't go well for you.
Show me.
Take your pick.
I've got to
Suit your.
Bunun görevini yaptığımda inşallah burada yaparız ya. Helldivers oyunu. Ben bu arada Helldivers'ı bakayım. Ya yarın ya da öbürsü gün almak gibi bir durumum var. Bakalım benim bir para erken yatabilirmiş. 5'inde kesin yatacak da. 5'inden önce de yatmak gibi bir durumu olabilirmiş. Bakalım. Yarın para bekliyorum çünkü. Valla insanın böyle çocuk arkadaşlar olması güzel lan. Benim hiç kalmadı öyle.
Hey. Here's your frying pan.
Fine, let's see that
Can you?
you've had.
İyi güzel işte, ne güzel lan. Arkadaşlarla falan içmeye gidiyorsun ha. Bende yok hiç öyle. Benim de bu aralar aslında bir ihtiyacım var da işte. Kimseyle gidemiyoruz. Sağ olasın, bakalım. Eğer satmazsınız beni.
Hey, you. Have you got?
I don't.
I need some sensible clothes.
I can give you clean farmer's work clothes. Can you pay for them then?
How much for the work clothes?
Well, we'll see. You've worked the field for me. You helped my... Vino says you were real help to him. And that's saying something. He doesn't usually hold. Maleth said you chased the bandits off. 30 gold pieces. It's not gonna get any...
İyi hadi ver.
Give me the work clothes.
There's a chest in my house where you'll... But don't even think about taking anything.
Sen şey yapar mıyım öyle be? Ha, çok uzun süre dediğin yani bir 6 ay falan herhalde. Tabii şimdi senin şeyini düşünürsek Cano 6 ay falan oluyor. Ben doğru anladım herhalde. 6 ay falan oluyor tabii. Kral uzak tabii de işte. Ya ben Nero'dakiler de içmek istiyorum da işte onlara da pek şey yapamıyorum hiç konusunda. Tolga'yla bir ara bir rakı şeyi yapalım dedik. Hala yapacağız. Önümüzdeki ay falan yaparız belki. Bilmiyorum, onlara pazar günü herhalde şeyde buluşacaklar da benim gelip gelmemem kesin değil ya. Çünkü benim belli olmuyor yani. Benim cumartesiden önce belli olmaz o iş. Bunların bir Ayasofya planı var. Dün galiba Korhan gazlamış bunları. Bakalım. Duruma göre. Bir dakika. Zırh nerede? Ana zırh. Ha burada. Gel. Ayarlarız. Ama gelmeden önce bize bir söyle. Ki bir buluşma bir şey ayarlayalım. Çünkü sen gelirsin diye tanıyorum yani. Bir 3-4 kişi falan kesin ayarlarız yine bir şey. Bakarız. Boğular boyunda OP. Oyunun başında özellikle 10 tane okum kalmış.
Nothing to plunder. Nothing there.
Şimdi burada sevleyelim birazdan çünkü bu üstündeki zırhı bu abiye vereceğim. Ya bana göreden ziyade şey yap işte, bir ayarla bana bir hafta öncesinden söyle bana yeterli.
What is it?
Kendim ona göre ayarlıyorum.
And really busy too. Listen,
You look like a smart guy to me.
Antalya?
Go for
Wow.
life. You're certainly nobody's fool. I could see that.
İyi git Antalya'ya ya.
Say,
Antalya'ydır.
you'd probably like to earn a few gold coins, wouldn't you?
Why not?
You'll have to forgive an ignorant old seaman. I'm a stranger in these parts, and I don't really know all the rules. So I had to find out the hard way that traveling strangers aren't welcome in the harbor city. Now I'm standing
Yo.
with no idea how
Lan zenginsin ha. Geziyorum valla.
I have some extremely important business to conduct in my
Ulan benim de aslında yapasım vardı işte. Zaman var, para yok. Para da vardı aslında işte.
About the city.
Yes.
You could get into the...
What? Do I look like I'd be picking flowers and...
I have a
Oh, I see. I'm supposed to take a look at me, boy.
What about bribery?
Well, if that worked for me, I'd have tried.
They should let you pass.
Bunu mecbur veriyoruz bu arada. Başka türlü kabul etmiyor çünkü bu adamla görevini yapmam lazım.
Man, I knew I could count on you. Nobody will bother me disguised as a local yokel. Excellent. You did real.
What? 50 measly
gold isn't everything, my friend. I have the feeling that we'll be seeing one another soon. And who knows, maybe I'll
Wait a minute.
Listen, we're talking.
Bu arada sana bir spoiler, adamı göreceğiz zaten. Yani tüm koca bir yaklaşık bir 10 saatlik falan DLC'yi bu adamla geçireceğiz biz. Ha. Vallahi o hissi bilemem Cano ya, şimdi bir şey diyemem ya. Benim anladığım bir şey değil. Ben çünkü Lara harbiden aşırı evcimen bir insanım. Harbiden özellikle Eksim beni tamamen aşırı evcimen bir insan yaptı. Harbiden öyle bir şey. Bilmem, belki manita bulunsa gezerim de, gezer tozarız da manita bulunmadığı sürece zor ya gerçekten. Dışarı çıkasım yok çünkü insan görmek istemiyorum. İnsan. Şimdi geri dönmem lazım çünkü şehre giriş şekillerinden birisi şehre sneak'le girmek. Şimdi sana detay göstereceğim. Detay. İnşallah bu abi buradadır ha. İyi, buradaymış. Sneak'i her türlü öğrenmem lazım çünkü ilk oyundaki gibi gereksiz değil bu. Gerekli biraz.
With soft souls, you have a better chance of
Bu kadar. Şimdi sneak nasıl yapıyorduk? Bir dakika. Z, X. Ha, X'de. Tamam. Güzel. Peki şey düşünüyor musun aslında? Gerçi imkanın olsa sen %100 taşınırsın İstanbul'a da. Ben sevmiyorum, o yüzden sormayacağım. Bu soruyu soracaktım, hani imkanın olsa taşınır mısın diye de. Sonra aklıma geldi, sen taşınmayı istiyorsun hep diye. Valla benim de imkanım olsa işte aileyle çıkmak istiyorum da işte. Bir bakalım ne yok. Yoksa gerçekten evde durasım gelmiyor. Değil mi? Değil mi? İşte aile evi böyle bir şey. Şimdi burada bir sevlerim çünkü
What are you up to? What's all this creeping about? What are you up to? What's all this creeping about?
Halt, stranger. I didn't see you come through this gate.
And?
And the guards on the other gate have orders not to let any unknown persons into the city.
Well...
I shall have to have a word with those two, but now for us two. I am Lothar. Our since people...
Şimdi bu arada yanlış yaptım.
Wait.
Later.
Bir dakika, yanlış yaptım, söyleyeceğim.
What are you up to? What's all this creeping about?
Değil mi? Sıkarım sinikliği ya. Baksana atam gözümün önünde görüyor. Bu abiyle konuşmam lazımdı. İleride bir tane abi var, onunla konuşmam lazımdı. Ya şöyle şey baksana Allah aşkına, sen olsan sen sanmaz mısın ya? Tamam, bu abi yakalanmadan ilerideki bir tane abiyle konuşmamız lazım. Diğer şerif planlarına ne var ki? Yani en fazla ne olabilir? Kimseyle konuşmadan
Everybody knows by now.
Hey!
I can't take care of everything.
No.
Yeah, that's what... That's your entry.
Everybody knows by now. Honestly, I witnessed it myself. Everybody
Forget it.
Then I'll take it.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
I must be crazy. What
Bak.
are you doing here?
Bekle şimdi 500 XP aldık.
That's one way to get past the guards at the
Gördün mü?
gate.
Biliyor seni.
Hey, Larish, you old scoundrel, how did you get here?
I was able to escape to the Valley of Mines just in
Arkamdaki adam da mal gibi durdu şu
some
an.
of the other boys. You remember Lee, don't you?
Evet
Of
hatırlıyorum.
course I remember Lee.
I got out of the colony with him then, just after the barrier was destroyed. He and his boys are now on the farm of Onar, the landowner. He made a deal with the farmer. He and his boys defend the farm, and Onar feeds them in return.
Oha bu onlara bak. Bunlar hayvan gibi. Oha adam bütün şeyi koloniyi besliyor.
Someone's got to do the work.
I need your help.
And what exactly were you thinking of?
That guy is...
Not for long.
Not
Stop
bad.
it right
Not
now.
bad.
There's to be no fighting here, and don't you forget it.
Dayı ayıp ya. Ha. Anladım. Anladım. Galiba. Lan sürekli save lot alıp duruyorum da oradaki XP'yi almam lazım. Oyunun başına çünkü XP önemli. Abi de...
What are you creeping around there for?
Abi de kalamayalım. Ya sen işte kadın olduğun için Türkiye'deki alet tutuculuğu valla ne diyeyim lara bilmiyorum. Hiç anladığım olaylar değil. Daha doğrusu yaşadığım olaylar değil demem daha doğru olur. Abi uzaklaşalım da ha.
That's terrible.
I must be crazy. What are you doing here? Did you swim here? That's one way to get past the guards at the city gate.
He simply talks too much.
Hey, Larish, you old scoundrel, how did you get here?
Bad time.
I was able to escape to the Valley of Mines just in time, together with Lee and some of the other boys. You remember Lee, don't you?
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Of course I remember Lee.
I got out of the colony with him then, just after the barrier was destroyed. He and his boys are now on the farm of Onar, the landowner. He made a deal with the farmer. He and his boys defend the farm, and Onar feeds them in return.
Someone's got to do the work.
Tell me more about Lee and his mercenaries.
What do you want to know?
Go away, don't tell me.
How do I find the landowner's farm?
It's quite simple. You leave the seaport by the east gate and then follow the path towards the east. I can take you there if you want.
Görüşürüz.
Why aren't you with Lee and his mercenaries?
But I am, just not on the farm. You could say I'm our outpost in the city. We don't want the ship to sail without us.
Tell me more about the mercenaries.
Well, if you're as tough as you were back then, you shouldn't have any problems with them. Most of them are ruffians, and if you can't stand up to them, you won't get far. If you're squeamish, you don't have a chance of joining them.
What ship were you talking about?
It's on the open sea harbor, behind the cliffs. Lee and a few of his people really want to get away from here, but that could take a while.
Why?
You'd better ask Lee about that. If you meet him, he's got plans.
Biliyoruz kralına. Kralına intikam alacak.
I must talk to the paladins by any means.
What do you want from them?
They've got a powerful amulet, the Eye of Innos. I must have it.
And you think they'll give it to you? You'll never get into the upper end of town.
I'll find a way somehow.
Sure. If you want to ingratiate yourself with the citizens or play errand boy for the militia.
Do you know why the paladins are here?
Nobody knows for sure. Lots of people think it's because of the orcs, but I think there's another reason. It probably has something to do with the old penal colony.
Can you teach me something?
Sure. I can help you become stronger and more dexterous if you like.
Hey, you!
Ahoy, you landlubber. Looks like you're stranded here. You look a bit pale around the gills. Never mind, my lad. All you need is a good stiff sea breeze.
What are you doing here?
Back when I was a young man. No big deal, not at all. I haven't been up there in
Why not?
Ever since these scallywags took over my lighthouse, I haven't dared get... They're criminals from the Valley of Mine. There was this big bang on the other side of the mountains, and they swarmed all over the land like flies. I think they're on the look... let them.
Do you come to town?
I always say a town is only... A harbor is the gate to the world. That's where everyone meets. And where once the harbor goes to the dogs.
Tell me about...
The harbor of Corinth. There's nothing but riffraff hanging about. The ships don't come anymore.
So why don't you...
Nobody would take an old sea dog like me on his ship these days. Most people think that old Jack's got the gout in his rotten old bones.
And? Are they right?
Balderdash. Once I've got those planks beneath me feet again, I'll feel like a young whippersnapper.
What do you mean by riff?
Look at them, the lazy rabble. Most of them don't even know what work is. I tell you, stay away from them.
Why are the ships no longer coming?
They all say that once the war is over, everything will be like it used to be. I tell you, a sailor can see when a town's going downhill. A sailor feels that in his blood. There's nothing.
Okey, bu abinin görevi ta şu tepede ve uzun.
What are you doing here? My name is Brahim. Since you're new here, maybe it's quite affordable. And
show me.
Come back again later.
Adam tek yumrukta indirecek beni ya.
Let's wait and see. It's a bad business. It can't go on like this forever.
There's nothing you can do about it.
There have been all kinds of rumors.
I agree with you completely. It's a bad business.
I don't want to hear that.
Nobody will learn anything from me. There's nothing you can do about it.
I wouldn't have done that.
I never knew that.
Those are all just rumors.
Nobody will learn. You hardly know who to believe.
I don't want to hear that.
Nobody will learn anything
Lol.
from me. No better off myself.
Çaldık adamın tüm map'ini.
It can't go on like this forever.
Ha, oh be.
Known a long time. You hardly know who to believe.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
That's all just gossip.
Well, we'll see the next time. Say, you packed.
Show me.
But no, he insisted he knew that surprised me.
That'll only cause more trouble.
I'm not telling you anything new. It's really not my problem.
That's exactly what I said.
Okey tamam, bu bana yeter. Sağ olsun ya.
Come back again later.
It's better to watch out.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Şunu bir devinde dinlerim.
That doesn't surprise me.
Okey, bu kadar. Kapatalım yayını.